Hey guys, it's Kyle Thompson here with Rossmeyer Real Estate Group, and in today's video we're going to be doing a monthly market update for condo properties. Let's jump right into it. Alright, so at a glance there were 21 new sales, there were 29 new listings for condos. The average list price was $406,033. The average sale price was $392,074. Average days on market to sell was just shy of 51. We had 101 units on the market at month end, which gave us a monthly supply of inventory of 4.21. That means for condo properties, we're still slightly in seller market territory. We won't be into a balanced market until that monthly supply of inventory creeps over the 5-month mark. If we jump over and look at the sales to new listing ratio, which is the other way we can measure this, it tells a similar story. In August, we dipped down into a neutral market, but in September, we bounced back up into seller's territory. So in the month of September, there was 69% was the sales to new listing ratio, so firmly in seller market territory. All right, now let's jump over and take a look at the inventory as a whole. The benchmark price in September was $409,200, which is up almost $17,000 from the previous month when we came in at $392,300. Sales have been falling since June, but as a percentage of what is being listed, condos are still holding in fairly well. To keep this all in perspective, let's zoom out for a moment and take a look at what this compares to over the last 10 years, and then we'll zoom in and look at this more granularly. So far this year, there's been 369 new condos listed, which is exactly on par for the 10-year average. As you can see, sales are down from the last 2 years, but if you look at it over the last 10, we are still holding in fairly well. Now let's jump over and take a look at what that means for units sold. So far, year to date, there's been 249 new condo sales, which is about 4% higher than the 10-year average of 239. That means, so far this year, condos have been holding up much better than single-family dwellings, which are down both on new listings and sales compared to their 10-year average. When we look at units sold by sub-area type, we see that Sunrivers, North Cam, and Dufferin are holding in the best, whereas Valley View, Dallas, and Sun Peaks are down the most. Now let's take a look at the average sale price by sub-area. A lot of areas are actually up in price year over year, with Westside, Dallas, and Brock being up the most, whereas areas like Dufferin, Sun Peaks, and Sun Rivers have all seen declines in price. It does look like Valley View is down the most, but that's just because there haven't been any sales there this year, so it appears like the sale price has fallen 100%. Let's switch gears for a moment and look at days on markets to sell. Just like before, we're going to start on the 10-year averages, and then we'll zoom in. So far, year to date, it's taking an average of 68 days to sell, which is about 6% lower than the 10-year average of 72. When we look at it over the last 12 months, we see that in September, it took 53 days on average to sell, which is about 18% lower than the trailing 12-month average of 65. Now let's take a look at it by the sub-area type. Once again, these are year-over-year numbers, and for this, I'm going to focus on how long it's actually taking to sell rather than the percentage change. When we do that, we see that Sun Rivers, Brock, and Tobiano are selling the fastest, all coming in at 46 days or less, whereas Westside, Sahali, and Dallas are taking the longest to sell. Finally, let's take a look at affordability. What I did here is I just took a benchmark price for a condo in the month of September and then compared it to the same thing from a year prior to see how much the prices have changed and how that would be reflected in terms of the down payment. Then I went on to RateHub and I grabbed the interest rates for the same time period, threw them into a mortgage calculator so that we could see how much the monthly payments would have changed. This is what that looks like. The benchmark price is up $25,300 over the last year. That means that the minimum down payment for a benchmark condo in Kamloops has risen $1,265 from $19,195 to $20,460. That means that the minimum down payment for a benchmark condo in Kamloops has risen $1,265 from $19,195 to $20,460. The monthly mortgage payment for a benchmark condo has increased by $341 a month had you gone with a fixed term mortgage. If you'd gone with a variable rate instead, the increase would be almost double that, coming in at $681 a month. That's all we have for today. I really hope that you got some value out of this video. If you did, please consider liking and subscribing to my YouTube channel. And as always, if you have any questions, please throw them in the comment section below and I will answer them as soon as I am able. Thanks for watching.